There's so many different ways to create return on investment opportunities.
So the big question is, what are the top agents doing to absolutely crush it in real estate, grow their teams, and add more transactions year over year while so many struggle? If you ever thought about this, you're not alone. No one has been able to get the answers until now.
We spent the last few years helping agents sell billions in real estate, rubbing shoulders with top producers, which got us thinking, how can we expose more people to these insights to help raise the standard in the whole real estate industry? We then realized that we could help bridge the gap by getting the secrets from the best of the best so that you can succeed. My name is Andrew Dunn.
And my name is Peter Michael. Welcome to Elite Agent Secrets.
Leverage is so interesting, and I think that would be an interesting kind of transition over to what I know is your final topic, which is kind of diversification and investing. And actually, again, it's leverage, right? So it's such a nice, these coincide so wonderfully. So let's dive into diversification and investing.
Sure, absolutely. I think that we're in such a time of opportunity, just unprecedented opportunity right now. And the creative spaces have opened up, for all of us that never existed before. And I think there's emergent technologies that are expanding. One of the ones that has created opportunity for me recently is the cannabis industry. And so, I haven't told my mom that I'm a drug dealer yet, but I think she'll
appreciate it.
Yeah. And here's the thing about it, people have different probably social feelings or moral feelings around that when I just say that word. But the reality is there's incredibly rapidly advancing science around the use of cannabis to replace pharmaceutical products, which are way easier on the body in terms of long-term damage to the body, that are going to help people overcome health conditions and live a richer, more fuller, healthier life. And so to me, that's super just exciting, and, what a difference maker in the world. And so that kind of piqued my interest in doing things like that, just having a natural curiosity. And that opportunity was brought to me with somebody that I met through the real estate industry, but I've had a long-standing relationship with and respected and admired, not only as a business leader, but just kind of their heart for service and the difference that they want to make in the world, and things that we aligned with on that realm too, from a legacy perspective. And then
So at what point do we have to say that these statements have not been verified by the FTC?
Yes. Isn't that in the fine print that's running on the ticker at the bottom?
I always have to say that. But no, that's Erik, that's so true, right? We've been conditioned to think a certain way. And you bring up this point, how am I going to tell my mother that I'm a drug dealer, right? And everybody's like, oh my God, there's such a negative connotation of that. But in reality, how is that any different than a doctor who's prescribing the most addictive substances, to quote unquote treat the symptoms and not figure out the root of the sickness, right? By prescribing pharmaceuticals. They're just highly paid drug dealers.
Yeah, exactly.
Legally, and depending on the state, it's this topic of cannabis and cannabis industry has been, I think, changing, especially over the last 12 months, over the last 24 months. It has significantly changed from the perspective of what's being said, the science that's coming behind it. We have some really close friends that do a lot of CBD oils. Mm-hmm. And there's a negative connotation around CBD because, CBD, THC, a lot of these compounds, I'm not a scientist or anything, but the point is it's so frowned upon until you start educating yourself on the subject. And like you're saying, that there's now actual science that's coming out, or I should say, they're letting actual science surface that has already been there. But until Big Pharma can find a way to monetize it, we're just getting this big pushback, right?
Oh, for sure. And it's not even Big Pharma. I mean, there's energy drinks and health drinks and water with, these elements in them. And I mean, the applications are expansive, and there's big traditional industry that definitely is looking to have a hand in what's happening in that space right now. So, it'll be interesting to see how it evolves.
And when I asked about diversification investment, here was me thinking you were going to buy real estate. This is complete from left field.
Real estate podcast, business podcast. There you go.
And in fairness, like we've done some of that too. I mean, I have some investment properties. I've bought properties with my children, which was really cool. So for people that have kids that are getting to college age or things like that, I just had some clients that I've known for many years, and their daughter was away at school, but she got accepted to medical school. And they were going to buy an investment property, so she had a place to live. And I said, well, have you thought about maybe putting her on the loan? And a lot of people think in the framework of, well, she's going to medical school. She doesn't have any income. How she would qualify, blah, blah, blah. And one of the things that I tried to start with my kids very early on was like, as soon as you're 18, let's go get a secured credit card so you can start building a credit profile. And then let's do the next thing to build your credit profile. And
you know what's a recent trick that I've learned, because now that I have a kid and all of this, and I had the same problem. You're 18 years old. You want to go get a credit card. You're getting rejected because you don't have any credit. Like, okay, add your kids or whoever your spouse, your significant other as an authorized user, and they automatically inherit after a certain time frame your credit history.
Exactly.
So you can literally add your kids now when they're young, way before 18, and they can accumulate all those years of credit history. So fun little fact.
You add them to the account, but you do not give them access to the account.
Correct.
You don't use a card.
Yes, correct.
You don't want your 15 and 16-year-olds running out there with a high limit. Yeah. So, well, you're exactly right. And so, but doing that, like, my son, Zach, works with me. He bought a townhouse at age 22. He did it all on his own credit, his own income, everything. It's been a great investment for him. It launched him. It'll be a foundational component of his wealth over time. And it got him established in the world. And it's been a really great appreciating investment for him. And so, being able to do that. So we do have some real estate investments too. I'm investing in some stuff out of state, some new construction communities, doing a little bit of Airbnb, and I'm working with some people that are doing development deals right now. That's kind of interesting. And it creates, that's the other thing, is we can be a facilitator. Like if I know a client of mine has a bunch of cash parked in the bank, or they've got some retirement funds that they could have in a self-directed 401k, and they're looking for a way to do that. There's so many different ways to create return on investment opportunities for them.
So these diversification opportunities that you're talking about, one, I'm assuming they're coming because you reach out to 5 people every day and just deposit it, good equity into those relationships, right?
We just find out what's going on in people's lives, and the dots like miraculously connect. You're just staying in a place of curiosity and service, looking for a way to add value.
I wouldn't say it's miraculous. Here's why. I think your eyes are always open. I think unless you're just being polite and saying it's miraculous.
It's very humble.
And being humble, yeah. But in reality, it's not. Like, I can see it from a million miles away. The reason you're getting this stuff is because you are actually aware. Like, it's not a miracle. Like, these things are happening because you're putting yourselves in that position to allow it to happen. And you are hyper aware that this stuff goes on, which enables you to be in a position just to capitalize. And it's cost you nothing. Nothing. You're just aware.
But at the core, the intent isn't to monetize or make money or whatever. The intent at the core is to build the relationship and contribute.
Oh, yeah. I think you could sum it up with give a shit. You could sum it up.
Want to put that on a t-shirt. Yeah.
To be fair, we probably should. Yeah. Elite Agent Secrets, give a shit. Yeah. I mean, that is ultimately what we're trying to do here. And, I think that's a fantastic way to wrap up a fantastic interview. Erik, if people want to get in touch with you, they want to find out more, some of your trainings, whatever, team, all that great stuff, like how could they reach out to you?
Well, I'm on the Facebook. So I'm kidding. My kids get so annoyed when I say that. I'm just trying to be funny. So, social media is good. Facebook is a place where I probably spend the most time. Our website is eksells.com, eksells.com. We're based in Phoenix, Arizona, and, always happy to be a resource, share referrals, whatever we can do, content, best practices, anything. And our phone is 480-382-6444. So
amazing. Well, everyone, thank you for listening to this episode of Elite Agent Secrets, and we will see you in the next one. Hey, thanks for listening to this episode. Now, before you go, we're giving access to a private training we did where we revealed the top 3 niches to get listings today completely for free. So if you want access, you can go and download that training at eliteagentsecrets.com. We're regularly releasing new trainings, guides, and cheat sheets, so make sure to head over to eliteagentsecrets.com and sign up so you don't miss out.